What's up, you majestic bastards? This is a beautiful day, and I'm standing on a rock ledge overlooking the town of Novato in Northern California. And little park here, a little enclave, pretty much in the hills around this big hill called Mount Bertle. But I came to this rock outcropping area because you'll find some interesting stuff. So let's dive right in. I'd like to start off with, like, how cool is it that these rocks are completely covered in lichens. They all survive off of the moisture that is in the air. And given that this is California, is to say, well, more than you think, but it's still not a lot compared to the humidity and moisture level of some other parts of the US and the world. But yeah, like more complex plants like this guy. This is the sticky monkey flower. Now bear with me here. The botanical name is Diplacus aurantiacus. Have fun spelling that. Typically characterized by these long tubular orange flowers, and it's in a family of plants called the Phrymaceae. Now the Phrymaceae is found all over the world, and it likes the xeric regions, especially, meaning the partially dry. These sticky monkey flowers really like good drainage to grow them horticulturally. They need good drainage, and once established, only give them water as needed, but they like it dry. Give them a little bit more shade and they will look healthier than this. But anyways, I just spotted this magnificent beast. You don't see it yet. Give me a minute and clear out all the surrounding thatch and give it a better chance of fighting against these darn grasses. These are invasive rattlesnake grass, and brought over by the Europeans that colonized here. All right, so look at this guy. Doesn't look like much. Like a big scramble of stuff, plant material, but this is a really special fern. This fern is called the cliff break fern, botanically known as Pelea andromedafolia. It's a xeric fern, meaning it likes the rocky, dry places. You don't see it typically growing in the understory of big forests. They like to grow on the edge of forests and on rocky soils, especially. There's a good example of the poison oak that's botanically known as Toxicodendron diversilobum in the mango and cashew family, Anacardiaceae. Moving on from this spot, it's a nice, good view for you. A lot of A lot of good stuff here, really. You just gotta look closely. And watch your step at the same time. Multitasking. So, come on. Okay. Now, see this guy with the red bark right here? Burgundy looking bark. One of the West Coast's most notable plants that lately has been getting lots of love. I'm happy about that. This right here is the manzanita, or one species of manzanita that botanically is known as Arctostaphylos manzanita. So it actually has it in the name. But characterized by these pointed, flat, very smooth leaves, very glabrous. Some species have hairs, a lot of hairs on the stems. This one doesn't really. Has pinkish white blooms in about February, and about now, here in late April, it's starting to develop these fruits, which support a lot of members of the ecosystem here. We're talking rabbits, coyotes, the bears that used to live here before they were wiped out, the foxes, everything eats this berry. So they're quite a locally abundant plant, but they seem to really prefer the rocky, exposed, barren regions. They really like to not have a lot of competition because they require a lot of light. There's a good example of what it looks like on the base of the bark, the nice burgundy bark which peels away to expose this smooth textured red bark. Very architectural, very pretty. And another plant you're only going to find on the rocky exposures is this succulent. This is one of our native succulents to California, Dudleya cymosa. What a beauty. Now this one is showing those stress pigments, these colors. If you grow them, if you see them in the shade, they're a lot greener. But look at that, it's collecting dew in those, I don't know if you can even see it, it's right there, a little droplet, but droplet of water. But yeah, especially these guys, these are great plants. I'm sure that's an old one. Oh, beautiful. All right. Let's keep going over here. Yeah. Gotta watch my head. Immediately under the canopy of some oak trees here, some live oaks, California live oak, Quercus agrifolia, you're gonna see one of the most abundant ferns, and that'd be Polypodium californicum, a wonderful little annual fern. It comes back every rainy season. Well, not annual, perennial. It is a perennial plant, but it dies back into the ground once it's too dry to live. it's too expensive for it to afford that water bill to keep itself alive, so it shuts off. Here's a good example. Some that started shutting off because it was too sunny, too hot. So it said, all right, I'm done, I'm out. So presumably because of the geology here being a little bit difficult for some plants, you'll see these more exposed meadows. And in this exposed meadow, you're gonna find one of my favorites right here. Ain't that a beauty? That is Sisyrinchium bellum, known as the blue-eyed grass. Not a grass, it's in the iris family, the Iridaceae. So cool. Characterized by those cute little yellow centers. Yeah. Before I jump back, I walked past another favorite right here. This is the yarrow, Achillea mellifolium. Because look at that foliage. Looks like feathers. Millions of little leaves. That's what it looks like. Very medicinal plant. Tastes like, I'll tell you what though, it tastes like if you took gin and vodka and stinky ass feet and then fermented that in a boot and tossed in a little bit of a like clean laundry scent. That's what that tastes like. It's just like, God, it's horrible. Here we got a really important native. Oh, these little inflorescences right here. I believe this is Lomatium hirsutum, a member of the carrot family, the Apiaceae, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. But when I was walking up here, this guy really caught my attention. I always get excited when I see these. Bum-ba-da-dum. How pretty is that flower? This flower belongs to Wyethia angustifolia, called the narrow leaf mule's ears. Weird name. So yeah, well, I really wanted to see this rock outcropping, so let's do it. I'm here, first time here. I'm very impressed. Oh right, I saw this guy. Too bad it's not in bloom, but I will come up here every time it's blooming, when I see them blooming, which is like in summer. Okay, so it might just appear like some minty green little leaf bullshit, but it's quite a significant plant, and that'd be, this is Epilobium canum, known as the California fuchsia. So it's in the same family as a very popular gardening plant called the fuchsia, that'd be called the Onograceae. This plant has beautiful little red trumpet-shaped flowers that the hummingbirds love. So where's some real nice rock? I'm trying to catch a specific plant. I may not get it, but that succulent, that Dudleya, was a nice welcoming. Somebody been down here before. There's another one, Dudleya. Cute. Dudleya simosa. I think they call them like Canyon Live Forever or something. There's another one. Nice population. Don't fuck it up. Stay strong, my brethren. Don't pluck plants from nature. Just go buy them from the store. They aren't that expensive. I know, tough times, but don't be greedy and selfish like that. Be respectful to nature. It's why you're here to even begin with. Why we're all here. Oh, is that a Monardella? Okay, I gotta take this the safe and secure way. Woo. Come on. Come on. I wonder what this rock is. So much of it is covered in lichen that I can't even tell what it really is. All this black stuff, lichen. This gray stuff, lichen. Some moss right here. All right. What do we have here? Yes. So, here we have this little guy. You might be thinking, it kind of looks like an oregano plant. It's in the same family, Lamiaceae, the mint, oregano family, sage family, all that. This is Monardella villosa, colloquially known as the coyote mint. Interesting habitat. This is rocky and steep and kind of treacherous, but I don't mind it. I'm enjoying this. And look at this. Whatever oaks get established, they are on the rocks. They get established on the rock. They grow like that, just flattened, struggling. That's a hard life right there for that oak. And it came from this, definitely is the mother plant. And that plant, this mother plant, could be 50 or more years old. And if it was in a little bit more nutrient rich area, like over there in the forested area of the slope, it would probably have grown a lot bigger. And yeah, this plant could be really old and we wouldn't even know it because it's just been struggling on this rock. But Yeah, we would know it by cutting it down and counting the rings and seeing how dense those rings are packed together. Excuse me, packed together would tell us, yeah, the kind of life it had. But there's no need for that. We can just surmise by looking at it. So, anyways, there's a. I'm trying to get to that really nice cliff, but don't really know. Okay. All right, dude, we get it. So, anyways, real nice place, I tell you. Look at this guy. Totally growing. Oh, ankle breaker. Right here, this little manzanita. Arctostaphylos manzanita. What a name. It's got its common, I think it's like the only plant that I know of that has the common name in the botanical name. So, what else we got? So we are kind of in this field right here. It's just a bunch of rock, really. Really just dense rock. Oh shit. Whatever. So, oh man. Check it out. I don't think I'm gonna find my target plant. So that'd be, I was trying to find a plant, a succulent, that's called, what is it called? It's in the bitterroot family. It's called the Montiaceae and Lewisia rediviva. A really great succulent if you're into that kind of stuff and you want to grow them. They're very finicky because they need excellent drainage and not too much water. But they don't like neglect either. You kind of have to make sure that they are happy, and the kind of environment that they're happy on is these rocky escarpments. But anyways, that's all I got for you people. Hope you have a good one. I'm gonna get my ass off this rocky area, and have a great rest of your night, day, week, month, year. All right, peace out.